Released that to add a PS2 display capability to the PC, the XT, the AT, and the Model 30. So in this box that I'm going to open behind the camera is the second IBM Enhanced Memory Expansion Adapter. And it's strange how for the longest time you're looking for something, you never find it, you never find it, you never find it, and then it shows up. Of course, after you already have one. But this one had, hopefully, more memory in it than the 2 megs that the other one came with. Unfortunately, IBM states that cannot. I ended up cutting myself with my own box cutter. 1,000 points for me. You can't mix 256K, 512K modules with 1 meg modules. It's 1 meg or nothing. Let's just take a moment to see if I can find a Band-Aid here and continue our PC fun. It looks like we don't have any, so we'll just have to continue without it for the time being. Oh, sorry, we'll just have to continue without the Band-Aids, but that's okay. Board comes out of Texas. Who knows if this originally came from Computer Reset or not. I know I didn't find it there, or find one there, when they were still doing the liquidation. I would say one thing that kind of bothers me is the manner in which this was shipped. No anti-static wrap whatsoever. But so what we're going to do is we're going to take this one out. We're going to put the next one in. See it if it even boots. So I guess this one, the tantalum capacitors are okay. Well, that's kind of unfortunate. I'm going to try moving, well, I suppose the first thing we have to do is we need to mirror the dip switch settings on the cards, because that could potentially be why it's not counting up the RAM like it's supposed to. So 1, 2, 3 are off. 4, is on. 5 is off. 6. Oh no. That might be a problem. The dip switch 6 is pretty busted up here. That might break things. So essentially 6 is supposed to be on, 7 is supposed to be on, and 8 is on. So all right, let's go ahead and put that in again. Reboot it. So it is recognizing the memory now. Only seeing a megabyte of it. So, very well. So we'll take it out. It could also be that these 9 chip modules are not megabyte in nature. It could potentially be that they're 256K. Believe it or not, that's actually kind of sad if that's the case. Yeah, that would be kind of sad if that's the case. So one of the other things that we can do is I'm going to take the memory modules off of my existing board and move them off. Essentially, just gonna transplant them. Boy, that really kind of stinks that the dip switch is broken. I mean, I don't know if it's working or not, but okay. So I've put all the modules on a single card. This is the original. And all right, let's put it in the slot and power it on. So we now have got 3 megabytes of memory. We'll run some diagnostics on it. Okay, so might have to fix the have to adjust the memory. So actually, let me restart one more time. I'll have to adjust the RAM count in the BIOS setup. So one of the other things I'm going to do while we're going through this is on my MacBook Pro, I need to look up some time is right, date is right. And we're going to say 3072. Okay, it's going to reboot. Run the system checkout. Okay, so just looking at the guide to operations, the dip switches 6 and 7 tell the card where to actually start in the memory address space where the, this extended memory will begin. So even though switch 6 on the other card may be broken by starting at 640K, we might be actually all right. So we're going to run memory diagnostic. We'll let it run through a couple of times. what I'd like to do is, even though I'm not going to keep these AST Advantage memory expansion cards, I am going to reconfigure them just so I can see if I can get this AT over 10 megs of memory. I'd like to see all 5 zeros click over when it does the memory counter. So I can get back to and look for the AST Advantage manual. And thankfully, can find that. So we're actually starting at 3712K. So switch 3. Needs to be on, off, off, on, off, on, off. Okay. So I'm actually going to turn this off. Going to reposition some of the things. And hopefully, whoops. Sorry if I blocked your view. Really? That is a 16-bit slot, right? It is, okay. So we'll power it up with those cards in it. So probably not going to make it. Seems like there should be more on that card. I have to go back and look at the AST configuration again. 1 meg, 2 megs, 3 megs. Well, we'll turn it off. Gotta look at the jumper settings, the dip switch settings again. Just gotta look at switch block 1, and switch block 1 needs to be off, on, off, off. Okay, so it is 1 meg, 2 megs, 3 megs. It's just interesting that figure 3096 plus 3712 should be more than what the PC says, or at least is detecting in there. But okay, so fire it back up. Six one four four. Well, let's do 3072. Sorry. 640 plus 3072 equals 3712 plus 3096 should give me 6808. So some kind of failure there. So that is rather peculiar. Well, so we are going to adjust the setup to go to the 6808. I know there's a better version. There's a third-party option that will do this better. But 6168. Really? Okay. Well, we're slowly getting closer to working toward an AT that has the maximum amount of memory in it. I think we're going to have to wait until tomorrow night. One more night, we'll get some RAM modules that may or may not be compatible with our card. And we can go from there. If you like this sort of content, please like the video and consider subscribing to the channel. And if you're into retro computing history, you want to see the equipment and the software preserved, please consider becoming a Patreon patron. I'll have links for it in the video notes. Have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're watching. I'm glad you're here, and we'll see you in the next video.